shorts.
So last session, the three of you traveled to 1888 London, where Sarah was promptly kidnapped by Jack the Ripper.
Gee, who could have seen that coming?
Hey, don't worry. We'll figure out a way to save you.
We already did. All we have to do is go back to the future, figure out who Jack the Ripper is, then come back here and stop him before Sarah gets murdered.
Or you could use the time machine to travel back to a time before I was kidnapped.
That wouldn't work. Besides, we'd have to convince ourselves that we're not, like, evil clones or something.
That's true. I'm pretty hard to convince, even if I'm talking to me.
Then just save me now.
No. Don't metagame. You're in a basement somewhere.
I get a 15 on intelligence. Can I get us back to the future?
Sure. When do you want to go?
Come to think of it, DNA analysis was only in its infancy in the 90s, and the last time we went to the future, everything was crazy.
Well, that was 2017. I'm sure all the crazy stuff calmed down. Let's just be safe and go to 2020.
Cowards.
Waylon enters 2020 into the time machine. Is there any place in particular you'd like to go?
I guess we could just do a major city, but not New York. How about LA?
Hey, it's fine by me. If we go to LA, maybe we'll get to see some celebrities.
Yeah, just a heads up, you'll probably find that a lot of the Hollywood stars from your era have either been arrested for sexual assault or canceled for saying something that the far left disagrees with.
What does canceled mean?
One disaster at a time, please. Sarah, you regain consciousness in a small dungeon-like room. Roll a strength check.
18.
In spite of the toxicological effects of the chloroform, you're able to muster enough strength to pull yourself off of the stone floor. The room is dark, but for a small lantern burning on a wooden table.
Is there anything else on the table?
Roll an investigation check.
13.
The table is covered in newspaper clippings and bloody tools. In the center, you see a piece of parchment paper with the words "From Hell" written on the top.
The From Hell letter.
Does it say anything else?
As you inspect it, the front door of the small room is kicked inward, and there, standing in all his craven glory, is Jack the Ripper. Roll initiative.
9.
Jack goes first.
Dude, we gotta hurry up. If Sarah gets killed by Jack, it could mess up the space-time continuum.
Oh, we wouldn't want that, would we?
Or what if his kill on Sarah is really messy and he slips up and gets caught?
Gee, Lance, when you put it like that, dying sounds awesome.
You two should probably pay more attention to your surroundings before you end up getting killed by a rioter and/or police officer.
What the hell is going on in 2020 anyway? Is there a timeline I can look at somewhere?
I want to see what's going on around me. We got a 14 on perception.
And we've completely forgotten the fact that I'm in solo combat with a serial killer.
Oh, I didn't forget. What's your AC?
19.
Jack lunges toward you. His spindly legs crank forward like a spider as his gangly arm swings up to attack your throat. And the sweat of his hand causes him to briefly lose grip on the knife and drop it. He misses and falls prone on the ground in front of you.
Oh, this turned out to be fun after all.
Okay, so canceled means to dismiss something or somebody, to reject an individual or idea. Okay, but how does one go about getting canceled?
Well, that's kind of still unclear. It could be anything, really. Murder, a tweet from 2009. Could be something you say next week.
But you'd assume there's a common sense line somewhere.
There was. Unfortunately, one set of extremists refuses to acknowledge the line exists at all, while the other equally unobjective set wants to move it whenever they choose.
Since when do small subsets of dum-dums run the country?
Dude, you are really gonna hate 2020.
Are we gonna get canceled?
That remains to be seen. Speaking of seen, Waylon, what was your perception again? Lance, you can give one too if you want.
I had a 14.
11.
You both notice that almost everyone you see is wearing a surgical-type mask on their face.
Why are they wearing masks?
There's a global pandemic caused by an infectious respiratory disease for which there's no known vaccine or cure.
Wow, so everyone in the world has to wear a mask now.
Oh no, you misunderstood. Everyone that you can see at the moment is wearing a mask, but there are millions of people that don't wear masks.
Who wouldn't wear a mask during a global pandemic?
You two, for starters. By the way, good luck finding an open DNA analysis lab. I can save you some roll time. They're all closed. Sarah, it's your turn.
I want to pick up the knife and send this demon back to hell.
Roll your attack.
Nat 20.
Of course. Bully for you. Jack's knife has a ×3 critical and does an extra d8 of psychic damage.
What if Sarah dies and messes up the timeline?
88 damage.
So how do you want to kill him?
I want to stab him in the carotid artery and watch him bleed dry.
Holy crap!
And so you do. Jack the Ripper is no more.
You're welcome, everyone in the universe.
So I guess there's no point in getting the scarf analyzed now.
I mean, technically, we wouldn't know that because we're stuck in this nightmare scape of, oh my god, Kobe Bryant died.
Waylon, he's technically right. That would be metagaming. But for the sake of brevity and my sanity, I'll allow you to travel back to 1888. Sarah, as you exit the small room, you're greeted by Lance and Waylon. You notice that they're wearing different clothes than they were an hour ago when you saw them last.
Finally, what took you idiots so long? Who's that?
What is happening?
Lance, you and Waylon notice Sarah. She's covered in blood.
I thought Sarah's character was self-quarantining.
She is. That's 90's Sarah. Lance, you and Waylon make it back to 1888 to find yourselves talking to Sarah.
So 90's Sarah killed Jack the Ripper, and now she's talking to us?
I changed my mind. This is cool. I'm gonna walk up and say hi to me.
This is gonna be terrible. I'm not doing another crossover. D&D swag, 20 D20s in my dice bag. I chase gold till I catch it. Price tag is that white flag from the DM. Wouldn't want it at M when I'm in. Did the max for the win. D&D swag, 2020s in my dice bag. I chase gold till I catch it. Price tag is that white flag from the DM. Let the betting begin when I'm in to the max. Now y'all can find me at the table, ready and able to role play. OP, I'ma be power gaming the whole way. Apex predator patrolling for prey. Components and material, I just read what the scrolls say. Olay, fast track to the boss lair. How many people I gotta be telling I got 'em up in my crosshairs?